I am about to embark on a no spend year for 2025. I've recently shared some tips for success, so I'll leave a link to the video down below and up above. But I need to really specify what my no buy year rules are going to be, and maybe that might help you feel inspired to look at your own. So if you don't know what a no buy year is, it's when you are restricting what you are spending with any of the excess money. So we're not counting the bills and the food shop and the petrol, those kind of regular payments. It's anything that's left over. And I know money can be tight and there may not be much left over. It still counts, and it still is a way of saving or paying off debt. If you are paying off debt, remember to make sure that you're paying off the high interest payments first, and then slowly work towards the lower interest ones, and clear debt before you work on any savings. I'm going to look at building up a sinking fund so that I have money ready for birthdays and for any car maintenance, and I'm going to be saving for a car. That is my main goal. I would like a new car because my car is, well, it's 11 years old. It's doing okay, but in the last year I have had to spend out on it, which is expected. I've done well considering I've had it for 6 years and not really had to spend anything, but I'm now aware that I would like to look at a new car in a year's time, so I need to save as much as I can for a car so that I can enjoy a nice non-breaking down car. That's the goal. So I am restricting a lot of my spend. I'm going to write down some notes about what I'm going to do as my rules. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and press like and subscribe below so that you can know when I upload my next video. I share videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. But one thing I have definitely got into a bad habit of, and this is Vinted's fault, is that I'm buying clothing, but I am going to say that I cannot buy clothing this year. My rule is that I cannot add any money to my Vinted account. I can't pay for anything extra. If I sell something on Vinted, then I'm allowed to use that money on clothing, and any gift money like birthdays or Christmas, that can be spent as I like. That is my rule for that one. So it's no clothing unless I sell something. I can spend money or gift vouchers as I see fit, and that's my choice. I have flexibility there, so that gives me little treats as and when they arrive, because I feel like otherwise I'm not doing some of those little self-care things or little bits and pieces to make me happy that I enjoy. So that gives me that flexibility without costing me. I am going to be allowing myself to buy tickets to events, but maybe one set of tickets per month maybe, so that I'm still buying things and got things to look forward to. I've already got quite a few things already booked for 2025, which is really convenient and helpful to stop me buying too much, but it means that I can just keep adding things to the roster for the year as and when I come across the tickets, which is kind of how it happens really, isn't it? I want to buy tickets for things for me and my son to do. I would like maybe a holiday, but that's not a priority at the minute. The priority is saving and not spending. I'm allowed £60 a month as like general spend, and the idea is that that money is to cover eating out with my son once a month so that we can have some time together and socialise with others, or just so that we can just do something and enjoy. So that is what the £60 is for, and I'm really not allowed to buy anything else. So yeah, that's going to be hard. I don't really buy takeout, and if we do have the odd fish and chips, that's taken out of the food budget. So I feel like that kind of covers that, because it would just be one of our meals from our food budget and be one less thing that we buy for, which kind of works out fine. It probably only happens about once or twice a month that we have like takeout chips or something, but it won't be anything more than that. What else do I normally buy? So things for the home is something that I've done here and there over the last year, and that's something that I need to make sure I'm not doing. Again, I've got some bits that I need to get rid of. I've got a mirror that I'd upcycled at one point that is just like, yeah, I just need to get rid of it. So I might try and sell that. But yeah, the idea is that anything I sell now really needs to be put towards the savings budget. so that I am working towards my goal. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna survive not buying clothes. I spend a lot of time on Vinted, but I've just sold some things on Vinted, so that gives me a little bit of money in my account should I come across anything that I need. I am very much looking through my wardrobe regularly and just checking that things are the things that I want. I've not long bought new jumpers and like new cardigans, so I feel like I've done a little update that is going to give me like a freshen up so that I won't need to buy anything else. It's just buying replacements. I won't need to buy replacement makeup, I don't think, until maybe near the end of the year, because I've already got plenty of backups because I buy them when they're on 3 for 2 in Boots because I buy the number 7. So I've already got some backups of that as well. So that's one less thing I need to purchase. And as far as like business things, that is kind of a separate thing. So at some point I need to get a bookcase, but that will happen when the tree goes because that's where it's going to go. So, but that will be part of my business accounts. So it's not counted as my spend. So anything else is very much kind of done. I probably will need to buy clothing for my son, which is allowed because obviously he's growing and it's different for me. I've already grown, I'm not going to change, so I only need to replace stuff if I need them, but he will need more clothes because he's still growing. So that is something that I'm allowed to buy as and when, but hopefully not too much. And I should imagine probably no books. I've done that before because I do buy, there's 2 authors that I buy their books for every year, so that's probably the only 2 books I will buy, but everything else I will borrow from my library as much as possible. So hopefully that will help. And I've got a humongous pile of books to read that are like up here on my bedside table that I really need to read. So I'm not short of books. I need to read more with my time next year. So I'm hoping that I'll have more energy for that because I would really like to read more. As far as budgeting is concerned and my food budget, I do feel like I need to rein that in a little bit. It's around £70 and it is still very much, the expensive things are my son's like processed food. So I do feel like we need to be better at doing more home cooking. I do a lot of vegetarian cooking for myself and I only get a little bit of meat for my son. So I feel like we don't have loads of costs, but there are like snack things that are processed and maybe we could find alternatives away from that. So I'm going to look at some healthy snack options. That will be like a bit of a Christmas project and I will try and find some ideas for good healthy snacks because that's what I struggle with. Although I don't eat that many snacks, I very much eat my meals and that's kind of about it, unless it's chocolate. That's kind of a binge eat. I probably should cut down chocolate as well. I do make my own cakes and I don't make them too often, probably once every 2 or 3 weeks I'll make a cake so that I get to have something nice because they're really expensive to buy gluten-free and I want options for snacks as well. If you're struggling to work out what to do for your no spend year rules, maybe you could look at the things that you have been spending on and maybe reduce down how much you have per category. So if you normally spend maybe £50 a month on takeout, maybe you could reduce that down so it's only half. Maybe if it's normally that you have it twice a month, you only have it once a month. Find ways of reducing down that will help with your savings. And have something to aim for. What are you doing with your spare money that's left over? Are you paying debt or are you saving for something? Having that motivator, that reason, will make it much easier to curb that spending. Spend less time shopping. Don't go to the high street. Don't go to the middle aisle in Lidl or Aldi. And avoid going to any like casual shops because that's where the temptation is. I would reduce down the amount of things that you can access online, like newsletters, websites that are sending you notifications about sales and offers. That's going to tempt you to spend. Unfollow, unsubscribe from anything that's going to make you feel like you're missing out or that you want something. That's going to hinder your progress. Let me know in the comments below what your goals are for your no spend year. Are you going to do something similar? Are you going to say no to clothing? Are you saying no to buying anything? Are you going to do a no buy or a low buy? Let me know in the comments. I shall be back for more videos soon. Take care. Bye.